The renovations were made because the chapel, this building, is 35 years old. And so the chairs, the carpet, everything that you saw when you walked in this time last year was all original. And so our facilities team has done a great job of keeping it up to date and maintained. But at some point, 35 years, we wanted to make sure that we do something new and provide something for our students, our faculty and staff for the next 35 years. The temporary venues, obviously Ariel Arena and the Grove for Timeout Chapel, I don't think anyone knew what to expect. I was very happy that everyone was very collaborative. Facilities, IT, campus sound, our live streaming, everyone was very good at saying, hey, we'll do whatever it takes. But you don't know how it's going to happen because we've never done that before. And everything that we've been hearing from everybody is how much they've enjoyed it. I think there's a different experience when you do chapel almost in the round. You get to see someone across the court from you as they're worshiping, and that brings a different experience. And so, to be honest with you, I think it's shown us, we don't want to do it every week down there, but I think it's shown us that, hey, if we ever want to do a special event in Ariel Arena, it actually sets itself up really well to do something like that.
I've really loved the chapel renovation so far. I think that taking some of that wood and painting it white has really given it kind of a fresh new look, which has been really beneficial, I think, to the overall look of chapel. I really love the screens that we have now. It's been so awesome to see that cross that's in the middle, that's illuminated. It definitely kind of finishes the picture in my brain with those windows that we have, the beautiful stained glass windows. They kind of are all pointing to something, and before it was just pointing to, like, projector, but now it's obviously pointing to the cross, which is something that I love. I think it's definitely a huge upgrade for the campus.
I hope it will, that our students, our faculty, our staff will take pride in what's happening in the chapel. I know the goal is to do this all over campus as well too, is to continue to build and invest into our community. But for the place where we all gather on a Monday morning as an entire campus community, I think it just says, hey, we want you to know that what we do as a Christ-centered institution, and as we worship together on a Monday, this is why we do what we do. This is important. And I think if people sense that of, if we don't get this right, then we don't get anything else right. And so we want to get the audience of one, who is God, obviously for us as a Christ-centered institution, right first. And then that filters out into everything else that we do on campus. And so I hope people get a sense of that.
I think that investing in renovating the chapel was a really good idea. One of my first places that I came when I first came to campus was to the chapel, and I fell in love with it immediately because it was so beautiful, and it was this ginormous space where students from all over campus with different backgrounds from different parts of the world that play different sports, that are involved in different groups, that have different majors, could come together in a place to worship Christ. I think that is really powerful, and to upgrade our chapel is a really good idea because we are taking care of the place that we celebrate Jesus. We are, refurbishing and adding these little bells and whistles, and I think that that's really important because it can not in a sense glorify the chapel, but it can give glory to Christ from that.
I pray that all of our students, faculty, staff are just open to what God wants to say to them. And I think chapel is one of those experiences and expressions of our worship that if we're open to it, I do believe God can speak in those type of spaces. And so I guess my comment to our students is just be open to what God could say to you in this type of space.